What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to.
What's up, guys? Welcome back
to another.
My bad.
Welcome back to another fabulous episode of FatFish podcast. We have the one and only
Paul Wall, the people's champ.
What it do, baby?
Houston, Texas, baby.
Yes, we're here at Diamond headquarters, Diamond Boy headquarters.
We're in the Diamond District.
Yeah, we're in the Diamond District of Texas.
Yeah.
That's why I got the
grill, and then he has his grill.
Hello.
I have messed up teeth. I don't get one.
That's a perfect time to get a grill because it can hide your messed up teeth.
It's true.
For real,
yeah,
yes.
get custom.
You know how many messed up teeth we done made grills for, and then now you got immaculate teeth with your grills in there.
Oh, they have like the shark teeth, no?
We could do that too.
You want shark teeth?
Yeah,
For real? Like
bro,
6
you
months?
look good.
like the
Yeah.
riffraff ones.
For real? I
riff-raff,
can.
yeah.
But then you can permit them, right? Like
We
permanent.
could do
You want
Not
them permanent?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And without taking them off, isn't that dangerous after like a year or no?
Just depends. You know, I mean, honestly, I know somebody who went to jail and did 30 years in jail with permanent teeth, came out, and as a like welcome home, we made him some new teeth. We took his permanents out, and his teeth were immaculate underneath. Better than my teeth. But there's also people that get permanent, and after a month or two, they look terrible. It's really like up to your personal hygiene. Some people, once you get grills, it's like, all right, I ain't gonna brush my teeth. I don't need to anymore. But you actually have to take a little bit better care of them when they're permanent.
The bright side is, Jaime, your teeth are already messed up.
Yeah.
So you might as well
Get grills.
get a grill, cover them up, and then when you take them off, be like, nah, they're messed up because of the grills I had for so many years.
Have a missing tooth, but
Yeah.
They can replace that missing tooth
they can.
with diamonds.
Oh yeah. You know, Johnny just opened up a dentistry too. So
He can
this
do
is
me
a perfect 2-in-1. This is a perfect
yeah.
2-in-1.
Yeah.
Do it. Oh, can they just do one? How much is one?
Just depends. You know, we give you our price. We give you our price. Best top quality.
Ralph's paying it, so
Nah,
it's
whatever.
a write-off.
Like you said before the podcast started, you've been carrying this podcast.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm
never
pretty sure
mind.
you got the paychecks to show for it, bro.
No, okay. I'm sorry.
We got it.
I'll
We
be
got it.
quiet.
How you been, Paul?
Been good, man. Blessed.
Nice. You
Yes,
dropped a new album not too long ago.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Fortune and Glory, 18 songs. It's not the typical fortune and glory people might think. You know, it's not just money and fame. It's a different kind of fortune. I saw an interview with Bob Marley a long time ago where somebody asked him, was he rich? Was he wealthy? And he was like, what you mean? What kind of wealthy? What kind of riches? You know, not just material possessions, but what goes beyond that. So that's the fortune I'm seeking, you know, not necessarily the material possessions. And same with the glory, man, just trying to not have my own personal glory, but to lift up those around me and give glory to God. So it's a different kind of fortune and glory. But yeah, new album out right now, Fortune and Glory.
Nice. I feel like that's kind of the what's the word here? I feel like when rappers start to get older and mature, like in your younger days, you talked about the money and fame, and now it kind of goes to that.
Yeah.
But I feel like it only works with experience. I feel like if you were 21 and you talked about this, probably your records wouldn't sell very well.
Oh yeah, man, for sure. You know, there definitely was a level of ratchetness, you know what I'm saying, when we were younger. You know, I went through my eras of, you know, the ups and downs of whatever message I was putting into the music. Sometimes it's whatever I'm like going through living. Sometimes it's whatever my fans are living. That's what they want to hear. You know, as I'm getting older, a lot of my fans are getting older as well. You know, so they want to hear a more mature Paul Wall. So I try to give them that. But then there's the you know, maybe a younger or a newer or fresher fan base that they don't want to hear that. They want to hear something ratchet. So I try to give them that too. I try to give them a little mixture.
Man, I kind of get what you're saying. I kind of worried about my fan base because a lot of my fans are actually a little older than me. So I worry that they're going to die before I can retire. And I'm going to go broke,
It's
like middle-aged.
It's like I went to a Neo concert recently.
Okay.
With Akon, right?
Yeah.
By myself.
You were at the concert with Akon? Like you and Akon went to the Neo concert?
No, it was Neo versus Akon.
Oh.
And I went with some homies from the Chicago scene.
From Chicago or from Dallas?
Chicago.
I mean from LA.
Chicago. Oh, well, they're from LA. But we're in Chicago for the show.
You were with
And,
your LA homies in Chicago.
Yeah, I was with the LA homies in Chicago. We're at the Neo concert with some.
But you're from Dallas.
Yeah, I'm from Texas, baby. Yeah, he came out. He's like, "Where's my Miss Independence at?" And you know, the ladies and me, we were like, "Woo!" I love that song. And then
Jaime's
he's like,
recently independent.
Okay.
and then he's
Well, we think he is. I don't know. He won't really tell us.
and then he's like, I have a new song like that on my new album coming out next week. Scan the QR code, and it's like a country album, but nobody was like messing with it, you know.
That's
like,
how it is at the shows. Like a large portion of the people at the shows only want to hear the old classic music, and if you play anything new, they don't want to hear it. But I also think back to a time where some of the songs that are now classics, when we first put them out, we had to work them and we had to build them up to become classics. So it's like, you know, sometimes people will abandon the cause, you know, before they really get to the destination. And you just got to keep
Jaime,
pushing.
You should tell that to your ex. She abandoned the cause too soon.
Too soon.
She should have worked you into a
not just
classic.
to my ex, to all exes out there,
To all the exes out there.
to all everybody's exes.
And even like Johnny Damn D, you know, his song Ben is blowing up right now, but he dropped that song over a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah?
And it's just now really like taking off like crazy. So, you know, it's just how it is. You know, that's the old school way of doing it too, where you put a song out and then you work it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, honestly, I would love it if comedy was like that, where they just wanted to hear the repeats, like the hits. Because I feel like if we do jokes in the city, like if I go to a city and then I go there like 8 months again, and I do the same jokes, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? I already heard this."
They want to hear something new. That's got to be tough as a comedian.
It's not too bad.
Even the diehard people that might come to a show and you hear all weekend and they come to all 4 or 5 shows. It's like if you tell the same jokes, even if you tell them in a different way, sometimes they might come off a little different. But still, if they already heard the joke, they know the punchline, and it's boy, y'all got to stay fresh with it, man.
I kind of want to transition into music, but I don't want to be taken serious, and I don't want people to think I'm trying to be serious.
Okay. So
But-
something like a Chingo Bling, like how he does his, or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, that's
Man,
a good
you should
example.
do it, man. You should do it. Chingo killing it right now with the Sancho through the night. I don't know if you made the Phoenix Flex and Rubbers.
Oh yeah.
You should do it, man. And
Shout
matter
out
of fact,
to Chingo
Chingo,
Bling.
man, Chingo, he's nominated for a Latin Grammy right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
For that one?
Not for that one.
Oh.
That's next year probably. Nah, oh man, it's for another song he's got with somebody else. I don't know the song, but I know he's nominated for something. But you
That's what's
definitely should do it, man.
I'm gonna hit up
Put your
Chingo.
boy on something, man. Let me get on me and Chingo, man. Let me get on the song with you, man.
Paul Wall, Chingo Bling collab coming soon, guys.
Let's go.
I used to open for Chingo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, not musically, just comedically.
yeah. That's dope.
Yeah, it was cool. I remember I went out with him to a few cities, like small Texas towns. But the worst one for me, we went out to Killeen, and I took merch with me because I was an opener and I wasn't really making that much money. So merch would help you make a little bit of cash, you know?
For sure.
So I take like 15, 20 shirts maybe. That was like my whole investment. And I was bombing like bad. Like I could not get the crowd on my side like at all. And so I was telling my homeboy Jesus, I was like, man, I'm not gonna go out there to sell merch, because he was opening too, Jesus Castillo. I was like, I'm not gonna sell merch, bro. I was bombing, like, hell no, I can't go out there. He's like, nah, you need to go, bro. Like, you got bills to pay. Like, go sell the merch. Like, fuck it, they'll buy a shirt. So there's a line to buy Chingo's merch and to take a picture with him. And while you're standing in line, you pass my merch and Jesus' merch. And people were buying Jesus' merch, but they were just looking at me like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like,
Hey,
why are you selling shit?
It just be like that sometimes. But you know, the funny thing I learned in this business, even though, you know, we're in different aspects of the business, there are people that will hate on you or won't give you a chance at all. And then they later on turn into your biggest supporters. I mean, even my name, Paul, it comes from Paul in the Bible. And, you know, Paul in the Bible was Saul at first and was Jesus' #1 hater. And then at some point saw God on his path and said, why you hating on me, basically, and then changed his name from Saul to Paul. So that like, I'm
What?
a
That's a
walking
story in the
testament.
Bible?
Yeah.
I need to read the Bible.
So your biggest, and the funny thing is your biggest haters sometimes turn into your biggest supporters, and they forget that they were haters. But you might not forget. You might be like, I remember that mother.
Yeah.
He was a hater.
Yeah,
bro.
mom. Hey, well, hold on. So he changed his name to Paul after he stopped being a hater?
Yep, after he stopped being a hater.
So when people name their kids Saul, they're naming them after the hater version.
Maybe. So I don't know. Recently, through all
Imagine holding your baby for the first time. Look at this hateful ass little baby.
Paul.
Saul.
I've been watching I've been getting I've been learning through TikTok University. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how true this is, but they say that some of it is just like a mispronunciation, or that was a misinterpretation of the story. He didn't actually change his name. It just got misinterpreted. So I don't know, man. We're going to have to go back and read the Ethiopian Bible.
That's the power of social media, though, is like that somebody will just kind of sound like confident, and then they'll be like, well, this is actually a misinterpretation. Yeah. And now you're doubting all the history.
Yeah. All
it's
of
like
it.
The girls are saying that if your name starts with a J, any guys with J, it's toxic. And
that's kind of true, though.
No, what if it starts with a J and it sounds like an H? Well, Jaime is different.
I'm not toxic.
That's a loophole right there.
That's a loophole.
It's Jaime, but it's just J. But
yeah,
I don't think that's true.
Hey, you know what? Man, I forgot to tell you. So me and Jaime were in DC last week, and you can cut this out if you need to, Jaime, because this has to do with your jokes, and so maybe you don't want it out there. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was a good note. So Jaime does a joke about a girl having him saved in her phone, and the emoji next to his name is a potato.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And these two women were doing the meet and greet, and they were like, come, they're like, get a picture with us. Come on, get a picture with us, tortas. And I was laughing, right? And then they were like, tell Jaime that he got the potato emoji because he's a papasote. And I was like, dang, that's so these two ladies, the two tortas.
Oh,
their words, not mine.
It was bad shows for me. I was opening,
but they liked it. Hey, that's a good note though. Papasote.
Papasote.
Probably write that down.
Is that the male version of a torta?
Nah, no. I mean, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, it's food.
Papasote, I think that just means like handsome ass dude. That's daddy. That's daddy.
Okay. Kind of missing tooth. That's how you felt when you're feeling like shit for opening Chingo Bling.
Yeah, no, mine was worse. Trust me,
man. It's tough when somebody's a headliner and you're opening up, because I done been there too. And man, look, I went on tour with Tech Nine, and we did like 55 shows. This was actually our second tour we did together, and his tour was already sold out before I got added on. It was supposed to be Tech Nine and E40. E40 was he was on the tour to promote his album, but his album got pushed back, so he ended up not doing the tour. So Tech Nine was like, hey, Pow, you want to come get on the tour? Hell yeah, I want to get on the tour. Man, the entire crowd of every show was there for Tech Nine. The entire crowd. So they'll be looking at me, just staring at me, mean mugging me. And some of them will be there with their back turned, throwing the middle finger up. It was a crazy tour.
Damn.
And
I didn't know you could disrespect like that, Paul.
I mean, this was like, 15 years ago or more, maybe almost 20 years. I think this was like 2007.
You must have not really felt like the people's champ in that moment.
Yeah, it definitely was a grind. But, for me, I said, okay, instead of going to the merch table after the show, let me go to the merch table before the show so I can win over some of the fans. You know what I'm saying? And then I kind of did. And then the craziest thing is I went on tour, a solo tour after that by myself. And some of the same people that were there with their middle fingers up were at my solo shows.
Say, I remember that finger, man.
Yes, I remember that finger. But now they're as fans. So I mean, and then doing so many different type of shows. Some of them corporate shows. Some of them, of course, clubs or festivals. Some people are just there to be entertained. So they might not necessarily give you the energy back, but they might see you later and be like, hey, you killed it. And they'd be like, man, I thought you didn't like me because the way you was just standing there looking bored, but it just is what it is. You got to go out there and give your best, even if they not, reciprocating the energy or the love, they might remember a good experience.
It's crazy. I feel like there's definitely those people that come to shows, or there's definitely those type of viewers who are like, I don't like this dude because of the way he talks or whatever, how he sounds. And like, that's cool. They don't like me. They know they don't like me. And there's other people that know they like me. But what kind of drives me crazy sometimes is some people will be like, they'll comment something like, not gonna lie, I don't like this dude, but this one got me. Like, I'm a fan now.
Yeah.
But then another comment will be like, this one ain't it. Like you lost me for talking about this, and I was just like, damn, I'm losing them like by the clip or gaining them by the clip. Like,
Damn.
it's too much
but
pressure.
You know, one thing you gotta remember: everybody got a different flavor, different taste buds. So, you know, you might be a chef that can do it all. And if today is, you know, barbecue night, well, somebody might be there and they vegan. But that don't mean your barbecue ain't hitting. It still be hitting. And then the next day you do vegan night. And if I'm not vegan, I might be like, I don't want to eat this, you know, BS. So, you know, you just got, you know, you just never know. Some people not going to like every flavor. I go through this all the time for myself where I can make any genre of hip hop. I'm very elite at a lot, maybe not all, but a lot of the different subgenres of hip hop. I can kill it. But it's what I like to do and what the people might want to hear me do. And what I like to do ain't always the same.
Have you always been this positive?
Yeah.
You're positive, dude.
I think it was instilled in me from my mom, man. And, you know, when you looking up, you know, when you at the bottom looking up, you know what I'm saying? It's
when you were single and you were having one night stands, has a girl ever been like, man, I don't know, that dick was trash, and you were just like, it's not gonna hit for everybody?
Yeah. It definitely was some times where I blamed it on the alcohol. Hey, my bad, you know, it was the alcohol, you know, it wasn't me, it wasn't my fault. Give me a second chance, you know. Yeah, but definitely for sure, man. Being positive, I always been like a glass is half full kind of guy, you know. And if there's a glass and, you know, there's half of it has water, is either half empty or half full, just depending on your perspective. It's just my mom always taught me that, just to look for the positive. Because if you look, one thing I know for a fact, if you look for the negative, it's there. If you look for we all, like in our daily walks, you know what I'm saying? If you look in now, for sure, there's some people who have, you know, tougher days maybe than, you know, our tougher days. But, you know, if you look for the positive, it's there too. You know, I just try to focus on the positive, because I go through the same thing, you know, posting stuff and people will be like, oh, I don't want to hear this. I want to hear Sitting Sideways. And I'm like, man, that was 20 plus years ago. You know, I got to grow. And then there'll be other people that'll be like, oh, I don't want to hear the Sitting Sideways. I want to hear something new. Give us something new. So it's, man, it ain't
can't please everybody.
Can't please everybody.
Can't win. That's how I feel right now. We did the 5 shows in DC, and the first 2 he said they were pretty good for me.
I think I messed up Jaime, because I gave him the nicest, most honest compliment I've ever given him, because we were there 2 nights. It's 2 shows the first night, 3 shows the second night, and we recorded our podcast the second night before the show started. And I said, hey, by the way, bro, like the late show last night was the best set I've ever seen you have. Like, cause I'll tell him when he's fucking up, you know what I mean? Like constructive criticism. But I was like, dude, that show, you did so good. Like your timing was on point. Your jokes, like, you know, you cut the fat out of the jokes. You just were set up punchline. I was like, you made it hard for me to follow. Like I struggled at first, cause you like, it felt like they just wanted more of you. And then the next night he bombed.
3 shows.
Oh, man.
The next night he bombed every the next show he bombed every show. And I was just listening to him, and we were in the green room, and you know, you could hear the jokes from the green room, and there's like the little TV. And you could tell he was bombing because none of us were talking, but you also wouldn't hear like when someone's on stage, you hear the pops.
Yeah.
So you talking between pops right there. We could have had the most clear, serious conversation.
Man.
Yeah, it was okay. It's 3 shows. I mean, and some people like, because I'm only 3 years into comedy, so like I'm still like a baby.
We got something for you, man.
You still did good though, but you didn't bomb where like nobody laughed. You just didn't kill like you did the first night.
It's fine.
But look, just to show you how good you did, Paul's gonna hook you up with something, bro.
Yeah, we got Johnny Jr. in the house.
You got new teeth.
We had Johnny Dang and Company. We got Johnny Jr. over here. We got something to represent for you with, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Johnny Dang couldn't be here, but we got the heir to the throne.
To the throne.
How you doing?
I've been having knee problems on my knees.
Yeah, well, I've been having a lot of medical issues, Jaime.
Yeah?
And
Not like my knees, huh?
I'll be honest, I'm very bad about taking care of them, about making appointments for them, because some places you call them and they're like, well, you got to make it through the app. Other places you're like, well, we got to call you back after we get your information. And then
like
you finally talk to them and they don't have an appointment. Yeah, for months away.
But you know what you can use you know what you can use to make this all easy?
What's that?
ZocDoc.
Hell yeah.
ZocDoc. Thank you. Let's introduce ZocDoc as our sponsor for this video.
Yeah, thank you, ZocDoc, for not only taking care of us as a sponsor, but making it so easy for us to make appointments to finally take care of our better health. ZocDoc lets you search and compare local in-network doctors in your area.
They have more than 150,000 providers within 200 plus specialties across all 50 states.
Yes, ZocDoc's website also has thousands of reviews from real patients and detailed doctor profiles to help you choose the right one.
ZocDoc is free to use, man.
Your health matters, and taking care of yourself shouldn't be complicated. Find and book the right doctor with ZocDoc.
Head to ZocDoc.com/fish to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list.
That's ZocDoc.com/fish.
It's for me. Thank you, Ralph. Oh, thank you, Paul. I mean,
Yes. Well, wait, where the credit card at? We need the credit. Charge it to the tour.
charges. Yeah,
It's a tour write off. Yeah. Hello, Icy. Ice.
Yeah, you feel it?
Yes.
fuck those
yeah.
3 shows. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
No, they were good shows.
Yeah.
People can't talk about that neck no more.
Yeah.
If anybody's like, hey, you got a big neck, is it shinier than yours?
It's not
Yeah.
AI.
This is not
Hey,
AI.
man.
Yeah.
How do?
Come join us on the podcast, Johnny Jr.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming on. You do podcasts often, bro? Not really. Yeah, hold on. Talk it to the mic, fool. There you go.
Yeah.
Did you?
This is your first podcast?
First podcast.
Don't lie to
what's
us,
up.
bro. Don't hurt our feelings.
Oh, I mean,
Nah.
did your dad say it's okay, or do you have to have permission from his dad? No.
We got permission. We got
We got
permission
permission.
from the big boss, man.
If
Yeah.
you look, bro,
Yeah.
it's super laid back. It's not live. So if you say anything and you're like, oh shit, I regret I said that, hey, you be like, hey, take that out, and
Okay.
we'll make sure we take it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is edited.
He's
Cool.
been learning. I literally known him since he was born, and he's been just growing, learning.
How
He's
old are you, bro?
definitely-
I'm 19.
Oh
19?
shit,
Yeah,
Oh,
19.
shit.
nice, dude.
You
Yeah.
you go to school still? Or no.
Yeah. I'm in university right now.
Oh,
Like
okay.
University of Houston.
University of
studying?
Grills. He's at the University of Grills right now.
Learning, yeah, 2 schools basically.
Yeah.
What are you studying in school?
I'm a business major, but I haven't picked my specific major yet. So
Wait, so it goes more deeper than just business?
yeah, like finance and like business management, accounting. It depends what you want to do.
Bro,
Shit,
your
grills.
dad wanted you to go to school? I feel like your dad could teach you anything you need to know, bro.
It's my mom. Yeah.
Is your mom?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm also learning here too, learning the
Yeah.
business.
Your dad should be teaching a class in business.
For sure.
I was talking to him last time, and I don't know. I hope he's cool with me talking about this. If not, I'll take it out. But he was telling me that he literally grew up in the jungle.
Yeah,
That
he's
they
a
would eat
jungle
what they
boy.
could
Yeah.
catch. Yeah, they would
Yeah,
eat what they
jungle
could
boy.
catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny's got an amazing story, bro. His story is the ultimate American dream. And to see when you hear his story and you hear where he came from and how hard it was for him growing up and where he is now, man, if you don't love that and see that, recognize the hustle that Johnny got, then he's still hustling out there. Like, man, I mean, I've been in this game a while, but I get exhausted sometimes. Johnny will never get tired, bro. He'll be full energy anytime you see him. He definitely loves his life. He's enjoying, what he's earned. And that's kind of why, he for sure, when you're hands-on at the jewelry store, there's a lot you got to learn in the business, but there's also the aspects you got to learn in the books at school. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely learning in 2 universities, like I said, for sure.
Bro, you got nice earrings. Do y'all pierce ears here?
Yeah, we could pierce ears.
For real?
Yeah,
Man, I don't get my ears pierced.
might get your ears pierced here.
Bro, I'm down before the
Yeah.
We're
show.
gonna bring you put some ice on it and bring some safety
big
pins,
ones.
old school style.
Hey,
Nah.
which one's that's how you used to do it? You put some ice
The
cubes
old
and
school
poke
style.
it?
Yeah,
Oh, you have girls?
I do.
You have them with you?
Yeah, it's actually in my pocket right now.
Oh, can we
wanna
see them?
Oh, with his grills?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He had grills
part.
when he was like 6 months old, probably.
Can you put them on like your dad?
Like your dad.
Johnny pops them in like a Mentos and
Yeah, my first grills was actually I was in first grade, and then he took my mold. You know how the mold you take the mold, and I threw up. It was at home. I threw up.
Yeah.
I threw up, and
those,
then
those old molds used to have like a flavor too. It'd be like a little minty.
yeah, I couldn't do it.
Like at the dentist, when you bite that shit, Jaime? Or you wouldn't know. You never will.
Nah, I stopped going.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get some
Yeah.
now.
You want some grills now?
I was never like a fan, or because I'm from, I don't know, from Dallas, but I was
There's
just
a lot
never,
of grills in Dallas.
Yeah,
man,
bro.
we sold so many grills, bro. In Dallas, what?
Dallas.
We're from Mesquite, Texas.
For
I don't-
sure, Mesquite.
I
The
didn't
whole
see people growing up with grills.
You know,
My uncles had them, but they had like gold ones. Back then, they didn't have no diamonds on them. They just had like gold ones.
yeah.
Oh, I
But
just never grew up around.
Jaime's
it.
family is a little more like my family. A lot of my family was second generation, so you know Jaime's family was still old school, first generation. Like they saw shit like that, like
It's a waste of
Yeah.
money. That's
Yeah.
what they will say. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
if they will say it now.
I
But
mean, people tell me that all the time too. But I mean, I think about the price of gold, how what it was and what it is now. Man, look, when we came up, they would tell us, "Oh, don't spend your money on cars. Don't spend it on jewelry. Get a house." And then I blew up in the rap game, and the housing market crashed. And all the houses, I lived in the number one neighborhood in Texas for foreclosures. Thank God I didn't get foreclosed. And I lived in the number one neighborhood in Texas for bank frauds, where banks were handing out loans to anybody that wanted one. And that was the worst investment I ever made. Although buying a home is a great investment, that particular house was the worst investment I ever made. And the best investment I ever made was jewelry. I think of all the jewelry I bought over the years that, you know, even if I didn't wear it, it's still of value, and the value is steady increasing. The way the price of gold is going up now, it's one of the best investments you can have is buying. Now, it's about timing. You buy it at the wrong time, and yeah, it might be a bad investment, and you don't ever want to buy beyond your means. But buying jewelry is definitely, I would recommend it. It's a good investment, especially when you buy it from us. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
yeah. When I get a big check, I'll come here.
For sure.
Jaime needs to find a home first. This fool's homeless right now.
I'm not homeless. I'm just couch surfing.
I mean, that's kind of
He said that's okay, right?
that's like temporary.
Wait, who is that?
Cameraman.
Oh.
New cameraman.
Right? It's couch surfing. He said it's okay.
Well, I would say this: it's better to couch surf than to be late on your rent and get evicted. And there's a lot of people that do that because you don't want to just be getting an apartment or a house that's just some BS. You want something that's nice. And if you're not even there to enjoy it because you're on the road, and then you got to always pay thousands of dollars every month plus your bills, whatever else they are, like internet, electricity, phone bill, water, all of that. Then you got to have furniture, all of that, man.
Girlfriends.
Made me
Yes.
feel dumb, Paul,
What?
for having an apartment.
Now, well, you know, you gotta have somewhere to keep your clothes and your jewelry and all of that too.
Whose
But
side are you on, Paul? Here's your mind.
I'm
bro.
in the middle, you know.
So he's already established, right?
Yeah.
Like he's already name out there,
Yeah.
and I'm not. I don't have a name out there yet.
Honestly, bro.
So
to
I
be
gotta-
honest, you don't even need a house. You got the chain. That's all you need, bro.
Yeah,
And my Ford Escape.
yeah.
Yeah, you got the Ford Escape. You got the chain.
You can actually borrow against your jewelry. You take it to the bank and they'll give you a loan with your jewelry as collateral. Maybe not all jewelry, but you know, something like that. You bring it to the bank, they'll let you borrow against it to get a house. Yeah, it's crazy.
See that? You trade that in for a house, bro.
But I would say, like, you know, when it comes to that, that's just the problem. Like, you might be a multi-million-dollar house kind of guy, but the investment be when you buy the house that's a few $100,000, especially in Texas. Now, I say a few $100,000 in LA is different than a few $100,000 in Texas. But you get you something in the right area, you know, where you plan on having it as an investment. Man, it's an amazing investment. But, you know, when you buying $1 million house, it can't necessarily go up too much more than that. You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. You know, when you get in your first house, don't get it in, you know what I'm saying?
Cali.
$1 million house, get you something where you got some room to grow.
Like land.
I mean, what do I know? I made bad investments, but that's my advice.
no, that's you teaching.
You feel like you've made more than one bad investment?
For sure. And I think, you know, learning from them, sometimes it gives me a bad taste in my mouth. Like, all right, I'll never do it again. And then I start making some money and I'll be like, all right, I'm going to revisit this and make this bad investment again. And they say sometimes God or the universe will give you the same test. If you keep failing it, God will keep giving you the same test until you pass it. So, you know, definitely there's some times where I spent some foolish money on cars and I say this is the last time I'm doing it. And then it'll be something I just want so bad. And I'll be like, all right, I got to make this mistake one more time. Well, yeah, definitely, man. I made some bad investments, man. But, you know, I think the worst investment I ever made was maybe my house. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of that had to do with
But
the
you still
timing.
living in it now?
Not in that house.
No.
Not in the house I had when the housing market crashed. You know, so some of that had to do with the timing. But other than that, my worst investment was buying a Bentley. I had a Mercedes Benz. And again, it's timing. I had a Mercedes Benz. It was a nice Benz, and I traded it in for a Bentley. It was $200,000, a Bentley GT hardtop. And then 2 months later, Bentley came out with a convertible. This is before the convertible GTs were out. So 2 months later, they came out with a convertible. Nobody wanted a hardtop. So anybody in America that had a hardtop Bentley GT was trading it in for the convertible. And I was trading it in because I didn't want it, but it didn't matter. The timing was there where I get caught up, and it was the worst. I think I got like $70,000 for the car when I sold it back to the dealership. So I lost a lot of money, but I mean, it is what it is, you know. I say, okay, let me stick to Cadillacs and Chevys. You know what I'm saying?
How'd you get into business with Johnny?
I started off as a wholesale client where I was like a middleman. Johnny started off also just doing wholesale. That's all he did. He didn't have a storefront. He just did the same opportunity Johnny gave me, he's given to thousands of people, man. He changed so many lives just by giving them that opportunity. And I was just somebody who was hustling grills out of my trunk. I actually was selling grills with somebody else, and we'd send them off to New York to get made. And then one day, my boy who I was doing that with, and he said, hey, look, I used to do promotions, street promotions. So he was like, look, if you help me promote something, I'm going to introduce you to the plug. Now, at the time, for him, this was like maybe his secondary plug. You know, so he was like, yeah, I'll introduce him to Johnny because, you know, that's not even who I really go through. He didn't want to introduce me to the main plug in New York. But he introduced me to Johnny, and I started going to Johnny, having my own business where I didn't have to go through my boy to get to Johnny or the other guy in New York. I would go directly to Johnny, and Johnny had it was over not in Sharpstown Mall, but outside of the mall, not even in the one that was in the parking lot. You know, Johnny has so many steps. Sometimes it's a lot of steps to get to the top. And like my boy Rich the Fact to say, real hustlers are not afraid to take the stairs. They don't get on the escalator or the elevator. They take the stairs so that they know the steps to get there, and they know the steps. If they fall down, they know what steps it takes to get back. And man, Johnny gave me that opportunity to, you know, be a wholesale client. And this is when I first was starting to rap within the Swisher House too. Now think back to that time. There's really no internet. There's no videos. People didn't know what I looked like. They only maybe heard the voice. And even then, the voice is slowed up. So when I would be coming to Johnny as a wholesale client, you know, just dropping off my grill orders, picking them up, I'm just a regular client. I'm not even a celebrity. I'm just not even really a underground celebrity. And Johnny, he had a thick accent. It's thick now, but imagine what it was in 1998. You know what I'm saying? So he had a thick accent on the southwest side of Houston, where we in the hood. It's a Spanish accents going on, black accents going on, Asian accents, Indian accents, all of this. And then there's a Texas accent.
Nobody understands shit.
Nobody understands nobody. I'm the only one that can speak to everybody, you know, but it's all English. And, you know, I would just kind of translate English to English. And I remember one time somebody was in there from Louisiana who had that Louisiana accent. They had that Creole accent, and they didn't know what Johnny was saying. Johnny didn't know what they were saying. They getting into it kind of just because they couldn't understand each other. And I just basically was like, all right, look, this is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. And just kind of like, you know, calm down, the tension. And the guy from Louisiana was like, wait a minute, I know your voice from somewhere. What's your name? And I said, I'm Paul Wall. And he's like, Paul Wall from the Swisher House? And Johnny like, wait a minute, you famous? But I mean, there's levels to the fame. So I mean, it's like, how do I tell John? I mean, I'm not really famous. I'm underground famous. You know, he only knew the name and the voice a little bit, but I was one of the first celebrities that kind of came to Johnny as a customer and a wholesale client. And that's kind of what really solidified me and Johnny's relationship, because, you know, I took it upon myself to kind of just help with the customer service of, you know, calming down the tension when it's really just misunderstandings, you know. And the same thing I did, anybody could have did, you know. So it's not like I just did something crazy. But what Johnny did for me absolutely changed my life. Think about this too. Everybody and their mama rap. Even back then, everybody rap. And the line to get into the house of hip hop is wrapped around the corner down the street. And everybody only wants to come in through the front door. They think they're supposed to have the red carpet rolled out for them, all of that. Okay, well, I didn't get in. I'm waiting in line. There's 1,000 people in front of me, but when I can sell grills and sell, you a rapper that's known, you don't want to hear everybody's demo tape, even if it's the hottest thing smoking. You don't want to hear that because you overwhelmed with everybody handing you their demo tapes. You don't want to hear that. But you might want some jewelry or you might want a grill. So you might have said, hey, I like your grills. I want something like that. You know what? If you make me a grill, I'll do a verse for you, or I'll put you on my song, or something like that. And now I wasn't trash, so that definitely helped. That I wasn't trash, but being able that I could facilitate, bringing grills, selling people grills in exchange for verses, that absolutely helped my rap career. And my goal with the grills was never to make. Although we made a lot of money selling grills, it was never my goal to make money. Same with Johnny. Johnny started off doing jewelry repair. Then he went from there. The next level was making gold teeth for the dentist. And the markup at the dentist was 300, 400%. The general markup on jewelry is high, but at the dentist was even higher. So Johnny came in like, all right, I'm tired of making the jewelry for other people to sell. Think about it like this. If you go buy a car, they don't make the car at the dealership. They make it at the factory and send it to the dealership to sell. Well, Johnny was the factory. And Johnny was like, you know what? I'm tired of sending all these cars off.
Open up my own dealership.
I'm opening up my own dealership. And you know what? Instead of charging 10 times what the price is, I'm only going to charge 5 times what the price is. And he's still making a ton of money off of that. And then, of course, we gained a lot of customers and clients. So of course the other dealerships are now mad. They like, man, screw y'all taking all our clients. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it was. Johnny, of course, is his own, brand and entity itself with his high energy, his personality, all the positive attitude. We both got positive attitudes, so we definitely went hand in hand. And
he's never really been intimidated by customers, huh?
Man, look. Johnny is never scared of somebody telling him no. Me, on the other hand, if somebody tell me no, it ruined my day. So if we see a celebrity or somebody, it'll be like, man, I don't know, Johnny. I don't want to go talk to him because their security might handle me a certain way. They might tell me no. And Johnny be like, what's going to happen? They say no, oh well. Johnny does not care. Also, Johnny, like if say we in the club and because we done been here, whatever. We had the BET Awards, we MTV Awards, the Grammys, and we had an after party. And there's all kind of celebrities. Oh, this celebrity, that celebrity over. Let's go say what's up. I'll be so nervous to say what's up. And even if it's somebody I might have a song with, because, I'm sure celebrities can be dicks sometimes. They can be real jerks. So it'll be like, man, I don't know. I'd rather just keep the positive relationship how it is, because if they drunk or they handle me a certain way, I might steal off on them or something. I don't know. But Johnny will be like, man, I don't care. Let's go. And then Johnny will walk up. Hey, man, hey, what's up? Can we take a picture? And if they say no, all right, that's cool. They say no. But they say, yeah, all right. And he walking off and he got his picture, whatever. And his positive attitude for sure rubbed off on me.
That's how my buddy Ken was. I've always been the type, like, I don't want to bother that person. I don't want to bother.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I'm bothering somebody by asking them for a picture, because a lot of people do bother them. But
Ken Flores, he was like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'm a fan of this dude. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. You're supposed to play it cool. Fuck that. Like, I don't know when I'm going to see this person again. I'm going to go get my picture. And if they say no, fuck it.
Yeah.
Are you good at talking to people? Do you ever get intimidated?
Yeah, I do. But my dad is like fearless.
Yeah.
He don't
fearless
care.
is a perfect word.
Yeah.
Do you think you take off after your mom or your dad more?
Maybe my mom. But my dad, if anything goes wrong, he doesn't care, what's the worst that could happen, he's been through the worst. So anything bad is good.
Yeah. I feel that.
So we hang out with Mexican Hotel a lot, and when people ask for pictures for him, he's like, nah, we're good. He doesn't like taking pictures with fans and shit.
He does sometimes. It all depends how you approach him. He's just more upfront about what he don't like. Yeah. Like me, when somebody does something I don't like, I don't really say nothing. I might just kind of make a face like, bro, come on, don't do that. Yeah. If somebody just walks up to me and they're already recording me, I don't like that. Yeah, and OT don't like that. He's just like, man, we're just some characters on the screen for them to. But if you ask him hey, bro, you gotta get a picture, polite, he'll probably do it. Yeah. It just feels kind of weird when one time we were in Fort Worth. This happened a couple times. We'll be out there with OT and somebody's always talking to him. You know what I mean? He's like celebrity status. He's be talking to this person, that person. I talk to somebody for a little bit, and okay, cool, you know, and then I'm just sitting there, and then I'll see somebody kind of like waving from like, we'll be like in a VIP section somewhere or something. I see somebody like waving, and I'll be like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Can you ask him for a picture?" And I'm like, shit, I could try, like. And I'm looking at him like, "Hey, somebody wants a picture." He's like, nah. I'm looking back like, I don't know what to tell you, my man. So I was like, man, from now on when I'm with OT, I'm just not gonna look at people no more because I don't want to be the messenger.
Yeah, the picture messenger. I mean, he's not wrong for his perspective at all. There's different perspectives on it, and he's not wrong at all. Because, I mean, I can't tell you the amount of people that'll be like, "Oh, can I get a picture?" And then they'll be like, "I don't even know who you are, but I saw everybody taking pictures, so I wanted one too." And it's like, man, what? Come on.
Man, I could have been eating my food right now.
Yeah, man.
I don't mind it. I mean, to be honest, and I know it's different for everybody depending on like their fan base, but I feel like 99% of the people that approach me are usually like real polite. Like I'll be at a restaurant and they'll be like, and I'll be like about to leave. They're like, "Yo, man, I saw you eating, but I wanted to let you eat. Like, can I get a picture?" Oh, hell yeah, fuck it, you know. Even when they come, like whatever, the weird ones just be like, I don't know. I guess sometimes they don't know they're being weird. But like I was walking down the street with my son, and this dude pulled his truck over. He had his phone recording me, and like, "That's my kid, bro." Like, you know, you're doing recording a little kid. Like, that's weird.
Sometimes people don't know how to act. You know.
One time, it was like the last year when we took your son to school, first day, or like it was like preschool. You know, it was you and me. And then they took a picture and they sent it to me.
Oh yeah,
I was walking with him and his son and inside the school and stuff. Like it was like
somebody. Yeah, we didn't even know who that was. That was weird as hell.
And they were behind us. They took a picture. It was a girl, and I remember she sent it to me on Instagram. Say, "What are you doing here with Ralph?" And there was his son right there too. I was like, "That's just
bro,
weird."
that was like weird. I feel like if I have my kid with me, just don't take pictures of my kid, bro. Yeah. Like that, you're taking pictures of a kid now. Like you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. Most people be kind of cool, you know.
But we're grateful for the fans.
Yeah.
You are. I'm not. No, I'm just like I am. I swear. I am.
He's stupid.
Like, people will take that and run with it.
Yeah.
They're gonna clip that.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, sometimes you might go out of your way when you meet somebody to take a picture with somebody, and you're polite as hell. You're nice as anything they ask for, you say yes, and then they go on social media somewhere and be like, "Oh, I met him. He was a jerk. This and that." Like, what do you mean? I wasn't a jerk at all.
I feel like I could tell when people are gonna say that about me. Like, we were in DC. I went with my girl to a market, and there was like, I don't know if they were like a running club or something. They came and they started taking pictures with me, and they were all Hispanic. You know, got excited. I'm taking pictures with everybody, and this one dude was like, "Man, take a shot." But I can't drink right now. So I'm just like, no, I'm okay, but thank you. No, I can't. He's like, "Come on, you ain't Mexican?" I was like, I guess I'm not, bro. Like, he's like, "Yes, you are, man. Come on." Like, he's like, "We're from Jalisco. Like, that don't mean nothing to you." It's like, bro, like, it don't matter where you're from. Like, I can't drink. And that dude kind of walked off. He made a mean ass face. And I'm like, I know that dude's finna go tell everybody or post online, like, "Man, fuck that dude. Like, he didn't want to take a drink. He's an asshole." But I'm like, bro, I can't drink. All right. I took too many shots with fans already. My liver's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped drinking. I've been a year sober.
Yeah.
A year and 4 months.
Hey, congratulations, man.
And I'm still pressured by him.
Yeah.
I don't pressure you.
No.
It was sometimes if I'm drunk.
We're in Chicago. It was like what, 5,000 people or something at Chicago Theater.
Chicago is, I think it's like a little under 4,000.
And he brought me out there with a bottle, and
I forgot that you weren't drinking.
I was like,
and I was already drunk.
I already declined the shot in front of all these people. And then some girl DM'd me later. She was like, "That's very, like, what'd she say?
Very courageous of you."
That's very, like,
your DMs be popping.
Huh?
Your DMs be popping. Everybody be DMing you.
It's like a once in the blue moon. But she was like,
"Nah, you should have seen how excited this fool got when he discovered the hidden inbox." The hidden messages.
The request?
Oh,
yeah, the message request.
No.
This was happy as hell when he discovered that.
No, so what happened with that is I had it off. Papika, he's the one that turned it on for me because I wasn't getting messages. And like everybody around the industry, they were like, "Bro, you must be getting like DMs." I'm like, "No." And then he turned this setting off or something. And after a while, it started coming in.
He was like, "What? What the hell?" I
not like him.
Yes, nah. This fool was happy as hell.
I'll be feeling down sometimes, and then he'd be like, I don't want to say it.
When I show you messages, the hate mail I get.
No, just you'd be like, "Hey, some girl's looking for you." He'd be trying to hype me up. He's like, "Hey, some girl's looking for you." she's asking for you. I don't know. Go. And then I go and like nobody was looking for me. Like, fucking ass.
So he do the double duke where he tell you a girl looking for you and tell a girl you looking for her, and
Or
then y'all meet each other.
When Abraham was that girl, they was in the elevator, and they got out the elevator, and then it was just me and him. I was like, you know what's crazy is that girl that's with Abraham. She said she came to the show looking for you. He's like,
for
what?
real?
I was like, nah, I'm
Yeah.
just fucking with you.
He's like, yeah, you should have took initiative. I'm like, fuck, it's too far. And I have zero confidence. So that's why
yeah,
I'm
bro,
like,
nah, you have
Yeah,
confidence.
yeah.
no, sometimes.
Well, you can wear it on your neck now.
I will tell you, you get that grill. It definitely is like you turn into a superhero. Not for everybody, but it's what it feels like. It's like
This feels good.
you put on your first grill, you get your first chain like that. It definitely gives you a different sense of confidence,
Bro, you're like Spider-Man when he put on the black suit.
On Spider-Man 3
Yeah, Spider-Man 3.
with the power. No, you ever seen guys? I see there's guys in Dallas. They be talking with their hands.
Sign language, you talking?
No, like you know what I'm talking about, Ralph?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Are you talking about like what you like a whole bunch of that or like what?
Yeah,
Dude,
like,
do the thing. Do the thing. He does
Like-
it pretty good.
like shit, like
Yeah, yeah.
I get
Do you get a
nervous.
lot of customers
Yeah.
like that, Johnny Jr.? Do the thing.
What thing?
Like, do the...
Shit, like back in the day, that shit was normal, you know. I don't know, man.
That's
just-
because you need two hands, bro. You got
Oh,
your
no.
hand on the mic.
It's just like guys talk shit with their hands. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But back then, if you track it back, shit was normal back then.
I think I seen that.
No, you know what I'm talking
No.
about? No. Well, did you get recognized in school a lot?
Yeah, kinda. But like, I didn't even know my dad was like, I guess popular to like middle school, high school.
You didn't even know.
I thought I was just like a regular kid. I mean that's how I live, like just a regular kid. And then people just come to my dad like, "What's up?" We go to the mall. They was asking for pictures. I thought it was like normal. He got a lot of friends. He's a social dude.
yeah,
And then I later found out, he just sells jewelry. I thought he probably worked for some jewelry guy. And then we had all these events, and then it was his events. I didn't even know. I thought he was just like some regular dude. And then all the people, the employees was nice to me. I'm like, damn, he has a lot of friends. And then, it was cool though.
Have you ever gone to where your dad grew up?
Yeah,
Where
I've
you
been
guys
there.
from?
Vietnam.
Oh, okay. Oh shit.
Bro, but they're from the jungle. Was your dad like, that was my tree over there?
I went there. That's literally like literally.
Yeah?
So I went there, and then I was just walking through the neighborhood. So his street is nice. Like they remodeled it, and then it's like the main street. And then I was walking, and the guy, his house. I looked at the guy. He's watching, just chilling on his bed through his window. His window is just like a cut,
It's just a hole in the wall.
a hole in the wall on his TV. His TV is the best thing he got. And then his house is literally made out of wood, like Minecraft.
Yeah.
So it's just like a wooden. It's like the beginner dirt house.
Yeah.
It's like a beginner
You
dirt
think
house.
Minecraft went to Vietnam and they were like, yo, we could
Yeah.
make something with this.
Yeah, and then it's just like so random. And then next door is like a really big mansion, and next door is like a dirt house.
Wait, so it's a mansion and then it's like a dirt house?
Yeah,
Dude, the fucking guy in dirt house has to feel like shit.
yeah, it's random. And there's a lake in the back, and it's so random. And my dad's best friend, he got like, they literally live in like wooden houses. So then some of the wood house, and then their next door neighbor might be got more money, and then you got like a real house. But it's nice. Yeah.
Damn.
yeah. I will say that's like, Johnny. He's very compassionate, but if you come to him with a sob story, man, he's kind of like, hey, you don't want to hear my sob story, because he didn't went through some stuff growing up, and he overcame a lot, and he's still compassionate. But like I say, man, he came from a literally a different world.
I remember him saying that like rice was like a luxury food. And when he said that, I was like, all right, yeah, this dude, damn, that's rough. We had rice all the time. We had an abundance of rice. I could have shared rice with all my neighbors and still had rice left over.
Yeah.
And beans.
And beans.
Damn. And now we're eating Wagyu.
Well, you are.
You are too.
I didn't eat Wagyu.
Okay, whenever we go to a restaurant and they have A5 Wagyu, you're not gonna order it?
I can't.
Why?
I got high cholesterol. I went
But
to the
before,
doctor.
I'm saying before.
Yeah.
He gets Wagyu.
I went like a good 6 months where every restaurant, if they had Wagyu, I'd get it.
A5 Wagyu.
A5 Wagyu, I'd get it. But yeah, that red meat, it'll take a toll on your cholesterol.
You go to a restaurant and they like, oh, the chef wants you to try this. The chef wants you to try this.
Man,
and,
that's happened like twice.
and then they hit you with the bill at the end with all the stuff you thought they were giving you
Nah,
for free.
nah.
That's how they do me, man. They be like, oh, man, thank you for coming. We're glad you're here. The chef wanted you to try this special whatever. And then we thinking they giving us, and then we hit us with the expensive bill at the end. Like, wait a minute, you charging us for all that?
I've had like, I go to a restaurant and then the manager will come and introduce himself, be like, what's up, man? Like, we like your comedy and stuff. And he's like, here's my card. You know, if I could ever help you out with anything, let me know. So I'm like, hell yeah. But I don't really know, like, because if I want to make a reservation, a lot of times it'll be open.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like, okay, Thursday I can go. Like, or I try to make it for the day, but I couldn't. I just go tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I never think to like call the dude, like, yo, squeeze me in. Because in my mind, I'm like, bro, it's booked, you know? But then I'll make the reservation for like whatever day and I'll show up. And then the manager will come to me like, what's up, man? Why didn't you call me? I'm like, bro, I'm here. Like,
Yeah.
it worked out, you know?
Is comedy like rap where every rapper come up want to give you their demo? Every comedian want to come up and tell you put them on and tell you their jokes?
Yeah, I'll get comedians telling me like, dude, if you just gave me a shot, like, I'll show you I'm funny. But it's like, I can't make you a full-time comedian, bro. Like, I don't have the power to make you fans. You know, I could throw you 5 minutes on stage, 10 minutes on stage. Even then, it's a lot. But I was thinking about what you said, where sometimes other rappers or people in the music industry would want jewelry. So you'd kind of meet them through that and then kind of get hooked up with like opportunities for rap. I was thinking about that because, you know, I'm diabetic. I might just have only diabetic dudes open for me and I'll be like, you can do 5 minutes, but you need to bring some insulin.
Yeah.
I don't have
Yeah.
health insurance.
That's what Boosie be doing. Boosie be out there like, hey, who got some insulin? I need some insulin.
Dang, that's
He
bad.
yeah, Boosie be getting it in. He be posting on the Instagram all the time, man, saying something like that.
Yeah, nah, I just went to the doctor though because I'm trying to be like an adult and get seen regularly and stuff. But
You are seen regularly.
I'm not. Bro, I haven't been to a doctor.
Oh, you meant doctor. Okay, I thought you meant like by your girlfriend or by the crowd.
Nah.
That you're seen
I
regularly.
needed a doctor. I think you just need human contact, bro. That was like jealous of I get seen regularly by my girl.
No, you brought up something right now. Fuck, what are you gonna bring up? Rice. I had a question for you, but
For me,
yeah, I forgot what you're talking about.
Was it about rice?
No, it wasn't about rice.
we talking about the rappers. Because for me, this is how it'll be. People will be like, oh, I can rap, man. Put me on, I can rap. But like you said, I can't make people like you. You know, and you never know what people will like. There definitely is a blueprint to the success, but I've seen people be successful that don't follow the blueprint at all. I've seen people follow the bluept to a T and they're still not successful. It always takes a little bit of magic as well. So is that your question?
No.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So can you practice like rapping, like getting better, or like comedy, like getting jokes?
Yeah,
Or
for
it's just
sure.
like natural?
Trial and error. But you have to
Trial
be
and
very self-aware. If you're not self-aware, like very conscious of everything that's going on and then like memorize everything that's happening, then you're not really going to grow. Because you got to go up, you know, at an open mic and you got to factor in all the variables too. Like, because like there's open mics every night, you know, or it depends on what city you're in. But you can go to an open mic on a Monday that's usually at this one bar. And you gotta be aware, like, okay, there's like 10 strangers here. Not other open mic comedians. There's 10 strangers here. And are they listening to the jokes? And what, you know, are they laughing and stuff? So now you have like a good gauge. Like, you know that if you try a joke out and they laugh, that's a good joke then, you know? But if you spend your time, like a lot of comics like to go to mics and it's more of a hangout where only comics show up. Like there was one in Dallas called I think it was called the Mad Hatter, and it was notoriously a bad mic. Like from what I heard, there would rarely be strangers there, like actual people. So you're only doing your jokes to other comics, but that's not really a good way to like gauge it. So I never bothered going to that one because it's like, bro, I don't have the gas money to be driving an hour to that mic. and to do time in front of people who aren't gonna listen, like I'd rather find a mic where I know they're gonna give me some feedback, and then pay attention to the feedback. You know what I mean? Because like if you say one line and they don't fuck with it, you gotta remember that, so later on you could be like, don't say that again. Scratch that shit out, think of a different line, replace it. But
it's similar in hip hop where you gotta be very self-aware of your circumstance, who's listening to it, because it's times like where we might be at a frat party, everybody in there drunk partying. Well, you can almost put anybody on stage and the crowd will give them love because they just want to have a good time, you know. And some people will get drunk off their own success, intoxicated off their own success, where they thinking, yeah, they feeling me now. And in hip hop, there's a lot of ego. So, you know, sometimes you gotta have that ego to have the charisma or, you know, self-confidence, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can get drunk off your own self-confidence and feel like you don't have to put in the work. And it's just like anything. You for sure, when you work at it and you try, but some people, they work, but they're working in the wrong direction. You know, you got to have that compass to navigate you in the right direction.
I've seen a lot of comics who do very local jokes to Dallas about like just Dallas, the only Dallas people can relate, or very local, maybe like to Texas, so they could tour around Texas a little bit, do some, you know, one-nighters in San Antonio or Dallas or whatever. But it's like, bro, like you're gonna limit yourself.
Yeah.
And there's some people that they just feel like, bro, and I'll hear them complain, why is this dude getting gigs? Like, I'm funnier than him. Man, you're funnier than him to people in your area code. Like,
yeah,
how are you gonna relate to the majority of people? Like, how, you know what I mean?
Man, people will come to Houston like wherever. Like, so it might be a national comic that comes to Houston, and then they overdo that and they overkill that, where they try to tell all Houston jokes. So like, one thing that always is like, it's not really funny to me when a comedian will come to Houston and talk trash about the Cowboys, because they know the Houston people are gonna be like, yeah, we don't like the Cowboys or something. But it's like, man, I done heard that so many times. You know,
I used to do that.
Yeah, talk about the Cowboys.
Because I open the show and then I'll be like, hey, fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah,
and they'd be like, yeah, and then I'll go like to Dallas.
And be like,
fuck Houston.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh.
It's excusable when you're a rookie though.
Yeah.
Like when you're a rookie, whatever. But yeah, later on, it's like, nah, bro, like you got to be more creative. I like when people just get creative, like no matter what their industry is. And I feel like trial and error, like paying attention to patterns and like being self-aware, that goes not only just for like entertainment though, like all of business, like you, because in business, you got to get real creative, I feel, and creating opportunities, establishing relationships. So I feel like knowing how you come off is like huge, but also it could fuck with your head. Like I think that is like I feel like a strength I have, but also a weakness where I'm just like, I'll get into a loop where I'm like, ah, shit, what if I'm not coming off how I think I come off? Cause that's always like, I worry about that. But also doing mushrooms fucked that up for me. Like, I had to stay away from them.
Yeah. I remember first time I went in the studio, in my mind, my tone was like Slim Thug, like, I had a deep voice, the boss. But when I heard it back, it sounded like I just sucked out the air of a helium balloon. You know what I'm saying? When I hear it back, like, man, why I sound like that? Man, I got to put some bass in my voice. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people always told me I had this very, very mellow, laid-back style. And I didn't know that because I would rarely listen to my own sets. I would memorize what I said and how people reacted, you know, but I would rarely listen back to them. And in my mind, I'm talking and like, people kind of laugh when I tell them this now. But in my mind, I'm out there being energetic. Like, I'm out there just talking with, like, I'm telling you what's in my heart. Yeah. And then I watch the video and I'm like, oh, shit, I am, like, fucking, I look high as fuck.
Yeah. But that separates you from everybody. You know what I'm saying? That you definitely have a unique cadence to your delivery.
Yeah,
you know
I was like, fuck it. If it works, I mean, it works.
Yeah.
Like, if they like, I'm just being myself.
Would you, for like the rap game, Texas rap versus California rap, there's a difference there?
For sure, there's a difference, but even within Texas, you know,
I asked that question in California, and they said no, it's the same.
Well, what do you mean the difference?
Who
in
said
what?
it's the same?
Homeless guy. Shit, give me $5 and I'll tell you whatever you want to hear.
Nah, I mean, it's definitely there's similarities, but there's also a lot of differences. But even like amongst Texas, if you from Houston, it's gonna be a little different than Dallas or wherever. But even then, you could be in Houston and sound different than Houston. You know,
Who do you like in the rap game right now? Texas or Cali or anywhere?
Oh, well, I like the same thing I always liked. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I listen to, mostly growing up in high school, is still kind of what I listen to. A lot of Lil Kiki, Slim Thug, Zero. I got a lot of California people I listen to. Also, I got some people from the Bay I like a lot. My boy, the Jacker, rest in peace. Hustler. There's a lot of production I like, and that's where I see a lot of the similarities. Even though like Cali definitely has a different type of up tempo or bounce maybe that we don't have here in Texas. You know what I'm saying? There's still like the bluesy aspect of it. There's a lot of dope musicians that make some dope beats. All
Do you
through
smoke?
Cali. Yeah.
Do you smoke a lot? Is that just something that all rappers are good at? Because I can't hang with rappers, bro.
I definitely been cutting back a little bit, man. But some of that has been me trying to put my best foot forward on stage. Where I don't, also trying to be, like we talk about, being self-aware. Where I don't want to be huffing and puffing on stage. And, I'm at a weird transitional period where a lot of people our age got kids that they're bringing to the shows. So it'll be like, multi-generational. And imagine your parents, your mom or dad always talked about an artist. And they like, oh, this is my favorite artist. And you go to see them for the first time and they out of shape, huffing and puffing on stage, looking weak as hell. I don't want to be that. So I just been really trying to focus on, when I'm performing on stage, being my best self. Because a lot of times it'll be people seeing me for the first time and I want to give them something good. I don't want to be up there looking weak. But definitely smoke. But on days I do shows, I don't smoke. So my backstage at my rap shows are different than a lot of other shows, not just rap shows, but shows in general, where we not really smoking backstage. We not partying backstage. My show is not a party for me. It's work for me. So we treat it like work, and we learned that from looking at the best of the best. A lot of the elite artists in all genres, they might drink after the show, but they not drinking before the show. Or they might smoke after the show, but not before the show.
I feel like the people that tour with me, they usually kind of go off of what I'm going to do. Like, if I'm not really partying, they don't really party. But then when I see them not partying, I'm like, man, y'all look like a bunch of bitches, and then I want to party.
They used to be, my boy used to say, rest in peace, my boy Lil Hawk. He used to say, my boy Lil Hawk used to say, man, we over here in the no fucking section. Cause we'll be there. I'm married, or at the time I wasn't married, but I had a girlfriend, so I don't want no girls around me because I don't want no smoke with my girl. We wouldn't be just necessarily drinking like that because we drinking after the show. And we wouldn't be smoking, but you look at the next section over, they got girls, liquor, they smoking, they party. And my boy used to say, yeah, man, we in the no fucking section, man. I gotta get out of here, man.
Hey, but Jaime, you'll go out no matter what, but even whether you drink or not. But you just like to go out just to go out.
No, I don't.
And this fool hang out with anybody who invites him.
No,
like some
okay,
dude from the show was like, hey, come to my burger spot. So Jaime goes and now he becomes buddy with him. Then the next day he's telling everybody.
John's Joints.
And so I'm asking my cousin, like, was it good though? He's like, it wasn't even that good. I was just like hanging out with people, man.
I remember one night, I was with Zoe. I was with one of my friends from Houston, and it was just me and him. And I was like, "Hey, let's go get some girls." And it was just us two, and we just went out, and I just found guys.
Well, he's always done that. Even when I was single, he'd be like, "You want to go see if I can meet girls?" Yeah, he'll come back with some girls, but he come out like with the guys are with. I'm like, "What are you doing, bro?"
I'm like, they're friends, bro.
We're just making friends.
I should make friends everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, what's one message you can give to like young kids that want to become rappers?
Man, the same message I would give to young comedians or whatever your dream is, whatever your goals are, always put your best foot forward and don't give up. Sometimes it's nothing wrong with making a pivot. You know what I'm saying? You want to change a little bit, but when you're thinking about your journey, some people, they look at their destination only and they think they got it set in their mind Let me start talking with my hands. They got a set in their mind of where they're going to go. And they think that the path is going to be just a straight line there. But a lot of times, you know, it's a winding road to get to your destination. You can't be afraid to turn off and take the back streets sometimes. But always put your best foot forward. I always think about that meme where it's the guy digging for gold or the diamonds and he gives up right before he's there. And in hip hop, I always look back to Lil Troy, Wanna Be a Baller. Lil Troy put out Wanna Be a Baller. Man, he had been putting out music for 10 years before he put out Wanna Be a Baller. None of the music he put out was platinum. He put out Wanna Be a Baller. It's double platinum, multi-platinum now. It was, you know, arguably, you know, the biggest song to ever come out of Texas or Houston for a long time. And it still is a hip hop classic. You go anywhere in the country or the world, you play Wanna Be a Baller. They still singing it word for word. And what if you'd have gave up and he'd have just been like, nah, I ain't gonna do this. But he put in over 10 years of work to get to that. So just don't be afraid to keep going. Don't be afraid to keep going and put your best foot forward.
When you get your first big check, where should they come?
Johnny Dang and Company. Come holler at Johnny or my boy Johnny Jr. We gonna take good care of you.
Get some chain like me, bro.
Yeah.
Get on my level.
Hey, we waiting on with a credit card, man.
It's coming around. Take it out. But I'll get there one day. Yeah.
We got to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We got the show. Traffic out here is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Houston traffic is crazy, bro. Is there any local food spots you want to give a shout out to that we could try while we're in Houston?
Family owned.
Donaletti's, yep. Donaletti's is a good one. They always packed though, but of course, if y'all want to go, let me know. I'll reach out to them. I know they'll squeeze you in. They got it crazy, but you know, also
let's get in there tomorrow.
It's restaurant week right now in Houston, so it's
shit.
crazy everywhere. But you know, depending on what you want, what you want to eat, Taste Bar is one of my favorite. Jamaica Upon the Road.
I've never had good Mexican tacos here.
For real?
I never had it.
Yeah, well, you know, Donaletti's, yeah, they
How many
definitely
times
got
have
some
you had
good.
tacos here, though?
I haven't. I
You've
eat
never had
burgers.
tacos here.
Taco Laguna is a good one too.
Yeah.
It's a taco
Like
truck.
Mexican tacos?
Yep, yeah. Oh, like that style. Yeah, there's that for sure. Not Tex-Mex style, but like just straight Mexican style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that too. But definitely it's not as popular as
I had Chill
the
Burgers.
Tex-Mex is everywhere. Oh yeah.
I used to call them Bun B burgers.
Yeah. Chill Burgers is, man, they going nationwide now, man. They just opened up. They got a new location they about to open up. They've been killing it.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I got a whole list of
You're
restaurants.
pretty cool with Bun B?
For sure. Bun B, the first artist of, especially of that caliber, but he the first artist that back in the day, we asked him to get on the song. He pulling up to the studio, one deep, hopping out, doing the song, leaving, not charging us, showing us love, not Lil Broing us, not making us feel like he the reason for our wave, always encouraging us, always showing us love. Some people, man,
Bro, I think Bun B is one of the coldest rappers of all time.
Of
I think
course.
I might have freaked him out when I met him. But it's because I fanboyed. Because, I mean, you know, I've always been into UGK. Like, since I was a little kid. My mom put me on. And,
shout out to moms.
Yeah. Like, oh, man, I love UGK. And I told him that Right and Dirty, in my opinion, is the greatest album, like, of all time. Like, to me, that's my favorite album across any genre, across anything. And he's just like, thank you, man. Thank you. But as soon as I walked off, I was like, bro, I done weirded him out. Like, he probably thought I was lying.
Nah,
but I'm not lying. Bun, if you see this.
You didn't weird him out. I know that.
Right and Dirty is the greatest album of all time, in my opinion.
Bun B is so humble too, man. If you did weird him, if you do something like outlandishly weird, yeah, he gonna call you out on it on the spot. But man, Bun B's so humble, he not gonna do that, especially to anybody who's a fan, or especially to you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Bun definitely is a real one. Big salute to Bun B.
Yeah. What else do we gotta add in here?
Nothing.
Y'all be sure to check out the shows. Check out Jaime's Instagram.
Slide in his DMs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, slide in his DMs. He loves it.
Yeah, send him some positive.
I know Paul Wall now.
Y'all check out. Check out.
But this ain't our first time meeting. I done met you a few times.
Oh yeah.
We was at the Smart Financial.
Oh,
a few times, yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, see, man.
About the grill.
I'm sorry.
By the way,
about
this
me,
is-
man.
Forgot about this
Yeah.
chain. I was like,
This grill was done thanks to Paul and Johnny.
it's the chain is making me different, bro.
Making you forget people.
Yeah.
You done forgot
I
Paul
never
Wall.
met you, dude.
Yeah, nice to meet you again.
Don't talk to me right now.
Check out Paul Wall's new album, Fortune and Glory.
Fortune and glory.
Check out Johnny Jr. at school.
Yeah.
For any of my tour dates where you can catch Jaime and myself, just go to barbosacomedy.com. I think By the time this comes out, we'll be closer to. I think we got Vegas coming up.
Vegas,
We got Ohio dates, St. Louis,
Indianapolis,
Dallas, Texas. It's a big old car show. You should come out, man. Bring a car. We'll save
October
you some
3rd.
spots.
For sure.
October 3rd at Texas Trust Theater. We got the car show during the day. It's free to attend. If you want to bring your car, just register your car.
I'm headlining San Jose.
There you go.
September 16th.
I mean, let me finish.
California
Hold on.
friends.
That one's important too.
I need to sell it out.
But this one pays the bills.
So I can
October
get a
3rd.
grill.
October 3rd, we got more comedians showing up to the car show that are going to be performing that night. Get your tickets. Carlos Miller, Alfred Robles, Felipe Esparza, and my boy Cypher Sounds is going to be there on the ones and twos. And he's going to be throwing down some comedy. And yeah, Jaime's going to be at San Jose Improv.
September 16th, man.
September 16th.
Help me sell out so I can get a grill.
Hey,
Just a top grill.
I'll go with you. Nah, actually, I'm busy. But
Fucking asshole.
I'm joking, bro. I'm joking.
It's all right. I got the huzz coming.
And yeah.
I'm lying.
Hey, and y'all check out Formula Bean, man.
Yeah.
In signing out, we say, goodbye.
Oh, we didn't even say E, what's up.
Oh, yeah.
Can we do a fake intro?
Sure.
Yeah, but y'all got to do it with us.
All right.
Say,
Wait, so
what's
listen
up?
to
Wait,
us.
is this where y'all setting us up so we're the only ones to do it?
Nah. Okay, so listen to us do it first, and then y'all do this, all right?
Okay.
All right, you ready? Have it? One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three. What's up?
Okay, so y'all got to do like that, all right?
All right.
All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
What's up?
Huh. Okay, now we got to do goodbye. Make sure, do they edit that into the beginning?
And we can.
We'll figure it out. This is
There's magic.
movie magic. All right, now let's do the goodbye. 1, 2, 3.
Goodbye.